everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm here to give you guys a bit of an update in terms of the Johnny Depp situation and his role when it comes to the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Now, before I continue with the video, let me just make something clear. I am not here to talk about the court case. I'm not here to talk about the ruling, even though I do have my own opinion on that. That is not what I am here to discuss. I am here to just discuss Johnny Depp's role in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. And it seems like we have a bit of an insight as to Warner Brothers' decision when it comes to them firing Johnny Depp. And it seems like we might have some news as to who might be replacing him in his role as Gellert Grindelwald. Now, please keep in mind, this is still hasn't been 100% confirmed, 100% confirmed. It seems like they're still in discussion for this person taking over the role, and we will get to that. But for now, let's just go ahead and discuss a little bit of news that we got about Johnny Depp's whole situation when it comes to his role as Gellert Grindelwald and why Warner Brothers fired him. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is this article right here, which discusses that apparently Johnny Depp is still going to be paid for his role in Fantastic Beasts, despite the fact that they pretty much fired him. I know Johnny Depp said he'd resign, but let's face it, they fired him. Okay, let's just face it. And again, we'll get into that in a little bit. But I just want to discuss him being paid, despite the fact that he basically did not get to film all of his scenes in the upcoming movie. Now, from what we got in this article, it seems like Johnny Depp only filmed one of his scenes before I assume they had to shut down because of the virus and everything. Now, here's the thing. According to this article, according to his contract, Johnny Depp still gets paid whether or not he did the film whether or not he filmed his scenes or he didn't. No, whatever the reasons as to why he didn't film them doesn't matter. Even if he didn't do it, he still gets paid. Now, I'm just sitting here wondering, okay, so Warner Brothers had to know this. Warner Brothers had to know that in his contract, which apparently is called hold on, let me just see if I can find it. Okay, here it is. It seems like if Warner Brothers had to know about his pay or play contract, which requires that he be fully compensated whether or not the film is made or even if it is recast. Now, if this is indeed true, if Warner Brothers did know this, then why didn't they, at the very least, have him, just film all of his scenes for the upcoming Fantastic Beasts and then just recast him for the other two movies? Because I think this is supposed to be a 5-movie franchise. Now, we've already seen Fantastic Beasts. He had sort of a minor role in that film. I don't think he even spoke in that role. He did show up, but he never spoke. Grindelwald, I think, was played by Colin Farrell, if I'm remembering his name correctly. He was pretending to be someone else, and then, of course, by the end of the movie, he gets revealed for who he is, and then you see him as he is right there at the end of the movie. But he didn't have any speaking lines, at least if I'm remembering correctly. And then, of course, you go to Crimes of Grindelwald, and he was more prominent in that movie, which does make sense as his character's name is in the film. And he was supposed to be in Fantastic Beasts 3, and then, of course, there were 2 other movies. So again, I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, why didn't they at least have him, if this is indeed in his contract, no matter what happens, you still get paid. So if he's going to get paid, then we might as well have him do the work. I mean, yeah, I know there's this whole thing, whatever, but look, if we're going to pay the guy, we might as well get what we pay for, I mean, it's... If he was recast in the movie after this, then I think people understand because of the whole, because let's face it, whether or not you agree with the court ruling or not, it is going to be a PR nightmare if people try to promote the next Fantastic Beasts films, the next 2 films with Johnny Depp still on. It's still going to be a PR nightmare whether or not the court ruling rules in favor of Johnny Depp or in favor of Amber Heard. No matter what happens, it's still going to be a court nightmare. I still think they shouldn't fire him, if I'm being honest. And again, I have my own opinions on that, but I'm not going to get into that. But my biggest reason as to why they shouldn't have fired him is because of this right here, his pay or play contract. Now, I don't know if this extends to the other 2 films or if this was just for Fantastic Beasts 3. But if in case it does extend to his entire role in the franchise all the way up until the last film, then in my opinion, just as a company, they should have kept him on because look, we already paid this guy. If we're gonna pay him, I understand it's gonna be a PR nightmare, but look, we already paid this guy, so we might as well get what we pay for. Because otherwise, we basically just gave this guy money for doing nothing. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just, I don't understand the decision behind this. Again, well, in some way, I can kind of understand, because like I said, it would be a big PR nightmare, but at this point, here's the thing: Warner Brothers or Fantastic Beasts were already still going through a PR, nightmare with the whole J.K. Rowling and of course her thoughts on that specific topic. Again, I'm not going to go into that, but they were already facing some, a heat from the Twitter mob because they're still working with J.K. Rowling, which is understandable because her work does make them a shit ton of money. There's no fucking way in hell that they're gonna let her go. I mean, that would be even super. That would just be a mega dumb decision on their part. So if they were already willing to put up with that, then why won't they still keep Johnny Depp, especially since we're already paying him? And again, this is only depending on whether or not his contract extends to all five films that his character is supposed to be in. If it does extend to all five films, then yeah, we might as well get what we pay for. But I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on this whole situation. So yeah, if you were in favor of Johnny Depp in this whole situation, then I guess this is a little bit of good news because at the very least, the guy's gonna get paid. At the very least, the guy's gonna get paid. So glass half full. I still don't think they should have fired him. I think that this role would have been good for his career because let's face it, a lot of the actors in the Harry Potter franchise are mostly known now because they were in the Harry Potter franchise. Even though I know they've probably gone on to do other more, like other more, prominent independent films, they're still known today because of their role in the Harry Potter franchise. And even though people already knew who Johnny Depp was, he didn't really need these films in order for his name to be known. People already knew who he was, but still, this would have been really good for his career. But hey, again, at the very least, he gets paid. So let's go on to the next thing that I want to talk about, which is this. Apparently, we got some news, some more information behind Warner Brothers' decision to sever ties with Johnny Depp. This is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. For all you people watching this who say that, oh, if it's not coming from a fucking credible source, then yeah, I don't want to. I don't even want to hear it. It's got nothing to do with it. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Okay, so here it is. Hollywood Reporter. There you go, you whiners. The studio will be on the hook for the star's full salary, even though he had only shot one scene since production began on September 20th in London. So let's get into the article. On November 5th, the London crew of Warner Brothers' untitled third Fantastic Beasts film were notified by the studio of a move that came as a surprise. Johnny Depp had been pulled from the shooting schedule. The studio's film chief Toby Emmerich had made the decision the previous day to sever ties with the star who was reprising his role as Dark Wizard Gellert Grindelwald in the five-film franchise. The call was prompted by a UK judge dismissing Depp's defamation claims in a closely watched trial that pitted the actor against the publisher of The Sun after the British tabloid referred to Depp as the judge's ruling makes it a lot easier for news outlets to use similar depictions when referring to Depp's stormy two-year marriage to actress Amber Heard, creating a PR headache for the studio. Sources tell the Hollywood Reporter that Warner's wanted to allow due process to take its course before making a decision on the embattled star's future in the franchise. Once Judge Andrew Nicol ruled that he accepted Heard's testimony, which was detailed and painted a picture of Depp as an abuser. Emmerich's decision was a fait accompli, with the studio opting to recast the role less than midway through the franchise. And it goes on to say that apparently, Depp was still, hooked to be paid despite the fact that whether or not the film gets made or whether he gets recast. And again, apparently this is common with stars of his level, which, okay, yeah, I do think that's kind of smart if I'm being honest. Now, here's the thing that I want to talk about. So according to sources that told the Hollywood Reporter, Warner's wanted to wait to allow due process to take its course. Well, if that's the case, then why did they not wait until the U.S. trial? That I can't remember exactly when it's going to when that's going to take place, but to my knowledge, that hasn't happened yet. Like, we still haven't gotten a ruling on that, and from what I know, Johnny Depp is still going to appeal the case that he just lost against the Sun, which is a libel case, not a criminal case. That is a very important distinction. Okay, this was a libel case, not a criminal case. Oh, okay, Johnny Depp was just suing the Sun because they posted an article about him calling him a wife beater, and he wanted to sue them for basically basically slander. Basically, so this wasn't a case to prove whether or not he did indeed do these things or not. He just wanted to sue them for just publishing the article, and he lost that. But he is going to appeal that case. So if Warner Brothers really wanted to wait until due process was done, then why did they not wait? Why did they not wait until the court case, which is supposed to happen in the U.S., which is, him suing Amber Heard for basically accusing him of being a wife beater? See, it even says right here, Depp is also suing Heard for defamation in Virginia in a case that likely would be disruptive to the Fantastic Beasts shooting schedule, already thrown off course by I still don't know if we're allowed to say it or not. Jesus. A judge recently ruled that Depp would have to appear in person for 3 consecutive days in November. Okay, so it's going to happen this month for an upcoming deposition. And then, of course, in November 6th, he posted that, that statement on his Instagram saying that he's chosen to leave. And yeah, it sucks. Again, it sucks. Again, I still don't think they should have let him go. If they're going on and saying that they wanted to wait until the court case was over, then or until the due process was done, then why did they not wait until it was definitely over? Now, a question that I would like to ask is, what exactly was J.K. Rowling's involvement in this? Because we all know, if you guys remember, when all this stuff was first starting to come out about Johnny Depp, J.K. Rowling and I think a lot of the people working on the Fantastic Beasts franchise, a lot of people behind the scenes have even come out and said, listen, we heard all this stuff that's being said about Johnny Depp, but we want to tell you, like, listen, this is not true about this guy. We know this guy. We've spent time with this guy. This is not who he is. And they even said that I think J.K. Rowling even said that she was happy to have Johnny Depp on board. So I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, like, okay, what was she, like, did she not go to Warner Brothers and say, hey, listen, I get that you're going through all of this, but I mean, I've been through all of this and I've stuck to my guns and I'm still here. You can do the same with, Johnny Depp, can't you? And again, like, you're still waiting for the, you're saying that you're still waiting for, the court ruling. Well, the court ruling isn't done. Like, there's still a case in that's going to happen in Virginia this month. So why not at least wait until then before you let him go? And again, it's just it's a mess. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this article, another article from the Hollywood Reporter, which apparently states that Mads, I can't remember if it's pronounced Michelson or Mickelson, is apparently in early talks to replace Johnny Depp in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Now, let me just say this. I think that Mads, I'm going to say Mickelson, I could be wrong, is a fantastic actor. There's just no denying that. He is a fantastic actor. And if you're going to replace Johnny Depp, then yeah, I would say he's a pretty good choice. Now, please remember, this is, like, they're still in early talks. They haven't 100% sealed the deal yet, okay? Just keep that in mind. Less than a week after the announcement of Johnny Depp's departure, Warner Brothers is in early talks with Mads Mikkelsen to replace Depp in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. Now, I do think this is just a little bit convenient that just a week after Johnny Depp leaves, they're already in talks with Mads Mikkelsen. That tells me that they were probably already in talks with Mads Mikkelsen, or probably his agent, to replace Johnny Depp. That tells me that they probably already had plans to let him go because they didn't want to deal with the whole PR, nightmare when it comes to, Johnny Depp and this whole situation. I don't know. It just seems a little bit weird to me. The movie, directed by David Yates, is currently in production and stars Jude Law and Eddie Redmayne as Albus Dumbledore and Newt Scamander. Depp played the central villain. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we already know this. Grindelwald is yeah. Okay, so they're just talking about Depp's role as Grindelwald, and and so on and so forth. With credits that include so now they're talking about Mikkelsen has worked across film and television with credits that include playing Hannibal Lecter in Bryn Fuller's Hannibal. or Brian Fuller's Hannibal, Marvel's Doctor Strange, and James Bond installment Casino Royale. He can currently be seen in Danish film Another Round, released via a studio canal. Okay, so that's okay. So they didn't go into much detail about about this whole situation. So here's the thing. What do I think about this? Well, like I said, Mads Mikkelsen is a fantastic actor. If you say he isn't, I'm sorry, but you're just wrong. He's just an objectively good actor. So if you're going to take anyone, now whether or not he's going to fit the role of Grindelwald, I don't know. I mean, I will have to wait. I'll have to wait to see the movie again. If this does indeed happen, for all we know, they could be in early talks to, like right now they're in early talks to for him to take over the role. But for all we know, they could come to a conclusion and say, or he could say, you know what, maybe this just isn't for me, and he's not going to take it, and now they have to go look for someone else. Again, we'll have to wait and see whether or not they do indeed confirm this. But as opposed to whether or not do I want this to happen, well, technically no, I don't want this to happen because it would mean, you know, he actually would replace Johnny Depp, and I still liked him. I think I've mentioned in the other video that I, posted that I actually enjoyed Depp's performance as Grindelwald. I know I'm probably one of the few, but I'm just being honest. I actually really enjoyed his performance, and I was looking forward to seeing him in the next film, and of course the other two films after that. If this story does indeed go where I think a lot of us fans of Harry Potter probably know where it's going to end up, I was kind of looking forward to see how he was going to, how he was going to perform in that specific scene, which I think is something that, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you're probably really hoping that you get to see, if and when that movie ever does happen. So that is all I have to say on this, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I didn't plan for the video to be as long as it did, but there was a lot we needed to talk about, and I had a lot of thoughts I wanted to want to sort of get off my chest when it comes to this whole situation with Johnny Depp and his role as Gellert Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. So that's it. I'm going to end this video right here. Thank you so much for watching. Again, as always, if you watched up until this point, seriously, thank you so much for helping me get the watch time. And if you want another way to support the channel, all you have to do is head on down, click on the like button, share the video, and make sure to click on the subscribe button, because that way when you subscribe, you will help support the channel. And if you do click subscribe, just remember to click on the bell icon, because that way you will be notified whenever I post a brand new video. Okay, that is all I have to say. Please remember to stay safe and take care of yourselves, and please join me for the next video. Bye for now.